My name is Josh Jenkins. This is my FTE 211. This is my week 4 assignment. Today is April 3rd, 2024. All right, we are halfway done. So before we get started this week, what we're going to do is we're going to clear this weapon like we have in the last few weeks. So again, starting in a safe direction, we're going to drop the magazine, show there's no ammo in that. We're going to slide the rack the slide back, see there's no ammo down here. We're going to do a physical and visual inspection of this weapon, point it down range, pull the trigger. This weapon has been cleared. All right, for this, the 4th week, what we're going to do is, the objective is we're going to be polishing the feed ramp of the barrel and our frame down here. And we're also going to be cleaning these parts. So there's 5 parts to this. So the second part's going to be cleaning this. The third part's going to be how we educate customers on avoiding ammunition-induced malfunctions, you know, that sometimes can cause injuries or even death. We're going to talk about how we can help train our customers in proper grip stance that, you know, can prevent other issues from malfunctioning and whatnot. And we're also going to, you know, how to help our customers understand, you know, why we should understand and know this weapon before we start making modifications. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to start talking about stuff as we go. All right, I covered up my workspace area here, and I've all got my frame, and I'm going to get my barrel. Now, this all fits in, so we'll put this right here. So this all fits in like this right here. So you can see right there how that all fits in. So we're going to be polishing the feed ramp here, and we're going to be polishing that right there. So that's kind of the before. And we're going to be using some flits. And I've got my protective gloves on too. So I'm going to use some flits, and we're going to be using our little Dremel here. So come over here. While I'm polishing this barrel, I want to go over sections 3 and 4, which is educating customers on using the proper ammo, as not doing so can cause explosions and injuries. And I also want to talk about teaching about customers about using the proper grip and stance when firing, as also not doing that, such as limp wristing or standing badly, can cause malfunctions when trying to fire, and it causes you as a gunsmith headaches when trying to diagnose a problem when it's simply just a customer holding the weapon incorrectly. All right, as you can see, we've got that polished up. That looks a lot better. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset here, and we're gonna start cleaning parts that they're disassembled. All right, so we got everything reset. So for me personally, I like to use CLP and some rigs. So I like to use CLP on all the parts inside and out, and then rigs for some of the, like the bushings, you know, the guide rod, some of the pieces that don't necessarily see light of day so much, but need some greasing as well. So what we're gonna do is we're going to grab us a clean rag here, and we're just gonna start greasing all this up. We're gonna use a few little tools. I've got a toothbrush, which is nice for cleaning. Also have a nylon brush somewhere. There's my nylon brush right there. And we'll just go to town and clean. While I'm cleaning and lubricating these parts as I've got it broken down, I wanted to talk about understanding why it's important to know your firearm before you start making any modifications. One of the most important things that you can do is understand why a weapon works, because if you start adding parts or taking parts off, you're going to change how that weapon operates, weighs, and ultimately fires. All right, got all this cleaned up, put it back together, and we'll do a test fire next. All right, now that we've got this weapon back together, what we're going to do is we're going to do a functions check and a cycle of operations. So using snap caps, we're going to load this into our weapon, point in a safe direction. We're going to rack the slide back, feed, chamber, and load into the weapon a new round. We're going to pull the trigger in a safe direction. Hammer drops, fires, and to simulate it being ejected, we're going to pull the slide back. It ejects the round, feed and chambers the new round, and we're going to pull a hand off the trigger to listen for the trigger reset. We're going to fire the weapon, and then round gets shot back, and we now have a locked back in place weapon. Going to drop the magazine, slide the rack back, pull the trigger. This weapon has been functions checked and the cycle of operation completed.